We'll call Finance Committee meeting to order. Take a roll call, please.
Mr. Bale,
Here.
Mr. Drexel,
Here.
Mr. Horton, Mrs. Showerman here, Mr. Scatella,
Here.
Mr. Winarski,
Here.
Chairman Copeland.
Here. All right. Short agenda today. First thing, 2024 revised environmental fee schedule in Erie County Department of Health. Who we have
Brandon can speak first.
Brandon can speak about that.
Sure. Good afternoon. I wrote it out for you, but, we propose the attached fee schedule as a revision to fees currently assessed by Erie County Department of Health. The fees filled out a large part of our budget and haven't been updated since 2018. Some of the fees, like our on-lot septic program fees, have not been updated since 2012. And so as we were working on this, we compared them with the licensing, permitting, and inspection fees of the other local health jurisdictions across the Commonwealth, as well as neighboring counties in Ohio and New York. The majority of fees are proposed to increase between 15% and 20%. So like a small pizza shop would see an increase of $25. A mobile food truck would increase from $130 to $150. That's an annual fee. One of the larger increases that you might see is the on-lot septic permit, which is an increase from $300 to $400 for a 33% increase, but again, hasn't been increased since 2012. And that application fee includes multiple hours of the sewage enforcement officer's time to review the application, maps, coordinate soil testing, offer communication before and after, and conduct the actual soil test. Two other places where we're proposing more drastic increases are in overdue fees and rush fee categories. So, we are proposing those in a tiered approach in an effort to reduce delinquent licenses and last minute applications rather than being punitive or just trying to generate additional revenue. For the overdue fees, we changed the structure so that businesses are held accountable, similar to the way a tax bill works or a parking ticket, so that they would increase after a certain number of days that they're overdue. With our recent investment in the inspection software that we have, we can see that these people are receiving, that the licensees are receiving their invoice at least 4 times. Like we can see when they're opening their email, when they're reading it, and so it's an active decision not to pay it on time. Within the rush fee category, we've also proposed an increase we've proposed an increase to the fees paid when applications are received within 7 days of opening or within 7 days of an event. With this fee schedule there's an even higher rush fee for applications received within 3 days of large events, such as fairs or festivals. For example, the Wine Fest is being held this weekend, and we're still receiving applications today for that event beginning tomorrow. So we would no longer be accepting applications for smaller events received within 3 days of the event, which is all detailed in the actual schedule. We're working to host workshops and would update our website to be able to communicate those changes to the public. The last thing that I wanted to point out is that there is a built-in increase for fees in a 3-year increment. So I would like to propose a 7.5% increase to all the fees on the first day of the 3rd year until a full fee schedule is again presented. We're hopeful that the built-in increase would make it easier and seems to be a better way to get us more regular increases as opposed to the stretch in between. Yeah, we can take any questions.
This is a really silly question. I'm just too curious. What's the fee for the body art?
We inspect and license all the body art facilities. So any tattoo and piercing, place. We do have an ordinance that governs that.
Other brushing. Thank you. Any concerns from anyone? About you or? I almost wonder if the rush fee shouldn't be higher. You want to apply for a permit today for something tomorrow? We rush it through, is $100 or not? Okay. All right, moving on to number 2. 2024 general fund budget supplemental provision, or supplemental appropriation of $30,000 and creation of a new line item for P4 loss prevention grant. Who's naming from the administration here to speak about that? Heather?
Kind of self-explanatory, we've got a grant from P4, we're gonna use it for some. Safety issues around the building.
Any questions, anyone? Try to make this last. a bit longer. Possible sale of a parcel from the repository for unsold property. Anyone we here to speak on that?
Now, I think everyone's had a chance to look at the documents that were provided by tax claim, and this gentleman said that he plans on living on page 23 of your paperwork, he plans on living there, so.
Good use.
Somebody living there, taking care of it, cutting the grass, the whole bit.
Did you talk? You want to move on to number 4?
Yeah, so I mean, with nothing new, if everything is approved, it's on the budget, the difference between the general fund unassigned fund balance and 2 months of expenditures and transfers is $28,042,842.
Good point. And I think with Jim online, he'd be taking over for the one line item, which is.
Like to call the personnel meeting to order for one item. It's tabled ordinance 13, 2024 appointed officer salary ordinance, director of administration. Any new discussion on that? Seeing and hearing none, that will probably remain tabled. Anything else for the good of the order? Or yes, the next time. Motion for adjournment? God, I'm not gonna record. That's too low, I think. That's,
Waiting for Andre.
Just so you're resting that. Sure.
It's your meeting, 7 minutes.